the former critics and we talk about movies. How was that?
Yeah.
How was it? How was
good.
it? Did I do it? Did I do it? Okay, wait, one more try. I'm gonna bring up a lot more energy this time. Okay.
You have to pick up your mic and then drop it after.
Okay, I'm gonna okay. Count me down from 3.
Okay. 2, 1.
Hello, we are the former critics. We are so happy to be with you today, and we're gonna talk about 2 movies that happen to be called Companion and Sinners. How was that? Did I do good?
Oh my god. I'm keeping all that in.
Okay, please.
That has to be the start of it.
I'm so proud of that. I'm proud of that. I'm proud of you too, by the way.
I know usually you're too nervous to do an intro, and I always I freeze up. Like I freeze and like my body's in flight mode, and then see, this is where our toxicity comes in, because then I put it on you. Right.
You know?
Right.
And I'm like, this is your thing, but now it's our thing now.
You must have a lot to say about Sinners, and you're so excited to talk about it today.
Well, I know that you told me you hated it, and
Yes.
I know that I told you that I hated it. So I guess
But were we
agree,
lying? That's the question.
I guess we're in agreement.
Well, that's another episode.
I know, we might have to. Should we end it there? And
Yeah.
Cliffhanger. Make him come back next time.
Yeah.
Okay. I know that you were lying.
Okay, but I do have problems with the movie, but I have something to say about my thoughts, and I actually changed my opinion after watching it.
Oh. Because I believed you at first that you hated it, and I was like, "Oh my fucking god!" And then I went on your Letterboxd and I saw you gave it like 4 stars, and I was like, "He
Don't
conned
spoil
me."
Well,
Okay, sorry, I did. I spoiled it.
I actually came out of the theater and I was gonna give it a lower score, and I told Ashley that, and then I changed my score because of what I actually wrote in the Letterboxd review of my Letterboxd review, which was actually about another movie and how horrible that was, and it made me want to like Sinners more.
Oh, well, what was the other movie?
Warfare.
Be honest. Oh,
And how much
it's starting to
hated
make
that.
sense. It's starting to come together because you hate war movies.
Well, yeah, I used to like war movies, actually. I used to
You
like
hate
them,
them.
and then I started to hate them, and I actually was like, I went in. I know we're not talking about that movie, but I went into that movie and I was like, there has to be something redeemable about this. Everyone is saying, all the film bros are saying it's amazing. There has to be like the production value has to be good, if all else fails. And in my opinion, it wasn't. It was really fucking bad. It was like one of the worst movies I've seen all year. And I was so mad about it that I literally bumped Sinners up to a 4.
Wow. Oh, damn. What was it before?
It was gonna be like a 3.5.
It's still not
3,
bad.
3.5. Yeah.
Wait, pause. Okay, so Warfare, which, by the way, like, I've never heard of. Just kidding, I have. But isn't that the same director as Civil War last year?
Yes.
Which we famously both liked.
Yeah, but this one is. I don't even. This one is like just garbage propaganda.
Yep, there's that word. I knew you were gonna say fucking propaganda.
But I was gonna like look past that, and like I just thought it was gonna be like a good movie in general because everyone was just like saying it was good, like production wise. But I didn't even like it production wise. I literally thought it was annoying and boring. There was no storyline. It was just nothing. It was just garbage. It was like a low budget movie that it's like slop movie content that you would just like it would normally be pushed out on like Netflix and no one would watch it, and it would get a 2 out of 10, but because it's an A24 movie, all the film bros had to give it a 5, out of 5.
I have to say I'm not interested in seeing it.
Exactly.
Despite liking Civil War,
yeah,
I like Civil War. It's really good. I don't need like another one. Like I don't need.
It's
that
not
to be,
like
a
that though.
thing.
It's like there's not even like a story. It's just like you just get thrown into this action but the action is boring at the same time somehow. I don't know. Oh, it's just like, oh, you wouldn't. I don't even know if you would like it, to be honest.
And what is that supposed to mean?
Like,
No,
I feel like
your
like
face
you're-
for a second.
Like, I don't think like you're into war movies, but like I feel like
Nah.
if you were to like, if I were to give you like a good war movie, you'd be like, okay, like I can see the redeeming
Yeah, like
qualities. of this.
Civil War. Well, I actually, okay, remember Lone Survivor with Mark Wahlberg that came out in like
Yeah.
2012 or something? I like that. I would
Yeah.
never watch it again, but like when I was watching it, I liked it. And then Andrew Garfield was in one. What was he in?
Oh right,
That
the
one director
Hot
directed.
Hacksaw Ridge or something.
Yes, with
That
was
was
that Mel
good.
Gibson?
I don't know. Actually, it might be.
Hmm.
That actually might be Mel Gibson.
Let's check AI. Just kidding. I'm just googling it.
I know
So
Vince
close,
Vaughn's
yep.
like in it,
Mel Gibby.
and
Thanks,
that
Mel.
movie is actually not bad. That's actually a good movie, and
To be
I thought
honest,
I was
I
gonna
don't-
hate that.
I only saw it once when it came out, which was 2016, so 9 years ago. But I do remember being like, "That was really, really good."
Yeah, and you're
But
like,
then I never
oh,
watched it
okay.
again.
Like I thought I was gonna be a bullshit fucking movie, and then no, it's actually good. This is just a
What-
bullshit fucking movie.
What about Fury with Brad Pitt?
Oh right, I don't know. I mean, I watched that one time, and then I just
Same.
kind of was like, I don't know about this one.
I remember liking it, but again, I watched it one time, and I would never watch. I don't.
Yeah.
War movies are a one-time event for me. I don't ever feel like going back to them.
Yeah, unless it's like a Saving Private Ryan. Like,
Yeah.
I watched that with Ashley because she had never seen it and she liked it. I'm just saying, you could do a war movie correctly.
All right, listen, I will take your word for this.
Yeah.
Because I haven't seen it, and also it looks very uninteresting to me.
But I was like, I went into it like thinking like there was gonna be something redeemable, and then I was just so mad that remember when I hated that movie Pig, and everyone loved it, and
How
then
could
they
I
all shit
forget?
on me, because I
Yeah.
hated
Is
it.
this it? Is this another? This is the
This
new
is Pig, but this is 2025's Pig for me.
What year was fucking Pig out?
Like I don't even know, 2022. I think 2023.
Every day I wake up and I'm like, at least I didn't watch Pig.
Yeah. Honestly. I just remember like everyone hating me for my take on that, and I feel like everyone's gonna hate me for my take on Warfare now, but it's fine. I don't really care.
And I'm gonna hate you for your take on Sinners.
But then I was like, you know what? I was like, I actually found redeemable qualities in Sinners. I need to bump it up because this movie pissed me off so much.
So I will say, I think my opinion of Sinners is very boring.
What do you mean boring?
I kind of just, I was like, yeah, that was great.
Right.
And then I left. You know, I don't know. Like let's start talking. Maybe my brain will start thinking of interesting thoughts if we start talking about it.
Okay.
Okay, so I want to hear from you, babe.
Okay. I mean, you want me to
What-
start?
What did you not like about it when you left and you were like, that
I got
fucking
it.
sucked?
I got my notes ready. I'm already
Take it
ready to
away.
go, guys.
I'm
And everyone's
I have
gonna
chills.
literally hate me for saying this.
I have full body chills. I'm just saying.
Like, and I'm not joking. Okay, like the literal main point of the movie is like the is the music part.
Yeah, that was,
And-
which by the way, that scene was amazing.
Well, the thing is, okay, I liked the aspect of the music, like controlling like the vampire tendencies or whatever. But you said scene, and I think I know what scene you're talking
Oh
about.
yeah,
but
yeah. Sorry, I thought you were talking about that scene. Yeah.
Scenes, the 5-minute like fucking music videos that like
Yeah, that was
each, like,
fucking
the,
awesome. By the way,
like the 10 music videos they just like
there was
included in this
one.
movie.
What were the others? There was one.
just-
I guess like the vampires like Irish dancing around.
Oh wait, I
That's
have
not
to
a
add
music video.
context to my opinion.
Yeah, please do. Thank fuck. There's context.
I smoked a shitload of weed and took a bunch of edibles before going. And then that probably is why I just was right. This has not
Hello, officer.
Right. I hope you
Got him.
accidentally clicked that.
You just hear sirens, huh?
Okay. It was just like the amount of like cutaways to like full songs that I was just like,
I'm sorry, but there was literally one.
There was like way more than one. There was like 3, and I was like, every time that happened, I literally was like rolling my eyes. But maybe it was just because I was on edibles and I was like, those scenes were boring to me.
But wait, okay, so there was the scene that started with the main guy, Sammy, singing, and then it goes through like all these different like kind of genres and generations of music, because that's like the lore of the movie is like music is like transcends time and stuff.
Well,
that scene is what I'm thinking of in particular. There was like the Irish stomp dancing or whatever the fuck that happened. Like,
that was annoying. That was one of the most annoying parts.
That was like
movie.
30 seconds. How long was that? That was like
seconds.
It was like 30 seconds.
It was probably like a whole song. It felt like a whole song to me, at least.
I can't see how we're gonna get past this.
Okay, but that's also not that is like my main hatred. But I also
was the music. My main hatred was the best part. Okay.
Yeah, that's what Ashley said too. But also the
Ashley's right.
Also the I did like the main like scene where it was like kind of going through like the generations of music and stuff.
That was
was insane watching on edibles and being high as fuck. Like I was just like high.
I was sober, by the way, because I'm an upstanding, high quality citizen.
Sure.
And that scene was like actually mind blowing. I loved it when I was like the hip hop dancers. I think were the first people who showed up, and like what's the freaking word? Anachronistic. I always get it wrong.
Right.
The anachronasticism. That's not it. Everyone knows what I mean though. They're all cheering for me over you, by the way. That I was like, oh, I didn't think this movie had it in him. You know, I like. It just went hard for me. Like it really landed for me. That was so cool.
Yeah, and I agree. I'm with you on that.
Oh,
I liked that.
Okay, well,
but like if it was only that one, and like maybe if the other songs were actually only like 20 seconds long, I would have been fine with it. And not.
What is the third song of which you speak?
I honestly, it starts with him literally playing a guitar in the beginning, and I'm just like,
but that's not a scene.
He was like singing the whole time. He was singing a whole song while Michael B. Jordan was driving.
And you're just like, this fucking sucks the whole time.
But then, well, no, I heard the song and I was like, okay, like you're gonna do the whole thing because you're setting up the plot of the movie because it's about the vampires and the music. But then it just kept going with singing, and there's so many songs. But when it got to the Irish people, it was just like, no, I can't do that. I can't do this stomp, clap, Lumineer shit again. I can't do it.
I actually turned to my movie-going companion, and I literally said, this should have just been a full musical. Like, they should have just fully committed, and there should have been more. There should have been, like, 5 more numbers.
Yeah.
Dick's the Musical.
I guess it's just it's my gripe because I just don't like musicals that much, I guess.
Except for fill in the blank.
Dick's the Musical.
Thank you.
Yeah.
See, that is like that's us, by the way, audience. Like that's us affirming each other in our relationship and validating each other's opinions. We're so healthy. We're so fucking healthy right now.
Fuck. Another part I will say that I didn't like was what they did with. You're gonna probably hate me.
Oh, I'm gonna.
What they did with Haley Steinfeld's character, because she is an actual good actress. Like, why did they just like make her one note to like? They just like had her do literal. There was literally like 6 times where they did the same joke about her racial ambiguity, and. That's fine, but like, why'd you do so many? She's more than just that. Give her more lines.
I mean, she had a lot more than that.
It just felt like that was like what her character was just like relegated to, and I was just kind of like annoyed with that because I was like, she has potential to like be better than that.
It also, like, I mean, by the way, I thought you were gonna say she was a bad actress, and I was
No.
literally ready to like squish the stress ball.
Yeah, your stress ball.
Which I actively have to grasp every time we speak. But Haley Steinfeld, like, obviously, I think Michael B. Jordan is the obvious like highlight here.
Right.
But Haley Steinfeld really showed the f up for this role. I thought she was great.
Yeah, like I don't think she was bad in it. It was more of like how they wrote her character that I didn't like.
She was bitten. Oh, spoilers, I guess.
Yeah.
She was whatever. Like, she was bitten. Fuck you.
Yeah, I feel like it's like an obvious like that's what's gonna happen in the movie. You know?
Yeah, I don't think I had even seen a trailer. I don't remember seeing a trailer for it, but I was aware through osmosis that it was about vampires somehow.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Like, there's this is gonna sound so uninformed, but like there's deeper analysis to be had about like her being the racially ambiguous one and being the first to like get infected and like bring that into the house. You know.
Oh no, I agree with that.
Yeah.
I just didn't like how many times there was just so many. They did it so many times. I felt like they were just like beating a dead horse with the joke. I guess they just kept like pushing that.
Again, sweetheart, I just didn't feel the same way as you. But it doesn't mean your opinion's any less than valid.
I'm actually really mad at you. You are not.
You just like try to like punch through the wall.
But
yeah,
I did think there were good things about it. A lot of good things. Well, first of all, the production design was like Oscar worthy in my opinion.
It was so good.
Yeah. And I actually liked the one character that was I don't even know which one. I think it was Michael B. Jordan's the bad Michael B. Jordan's love interest.
There was what, Smokestack.
Yeah, something like that.
Oh, the bad Michael B. Jordan's. Oh, her.
Yeah, I really liked
the
her.
weird. What was it? It wasn't fortune telling, was it?
Yeah, I forget.
I love her.
And I don't know her name in real life, which is
I will soon. You know where else I saw her?
What?
Okay, just I need you to inhale and just like hold your peace with me. For her name is, I'm gonna mispronounce this, Wunmi Mosaku. She's Nigerian and British.
I've seen her in something else.
I saw her in the classic show Loki from our favorite property, the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And I'll be honest, in there, I was a little, like, her character was always very dry to me.
Right.
So I just never really had much thought about it. However, she ate the scene. She ate this. And you know what else? Yeah. She's the main voice actress in this show on HBO called Scavenger's Reign. Where she it's honestly an amazing animated show. It's about like 3 or 4 different people who like land on an alien planet in like a failed, like they had to like evacuate there or something, and like they crash landed there. And each episode is just them like encountering and trying to survive like new alien horrors, and it's just really trippy. She did such a good job in like that voice acting role.
I feel like I'm looking at her IMDb, and I feel like I've seen her in a bunch of stuff.
She is so good. Like like I said, like Loki was not a great first impression of her, but she is like good.
Yeah. And I feel like Sinners kind of proved that. I want to see more from her. And the last movie that we just watched, Ashley and I watched with her, that she was in was His House, which is another horror movie.
Is it good?
Yeah, it actually wasn't bad. It's like I think it's a Netflix original, but yeah, it's actually not bad. It's surprisingly good.
Oh, she was also in The End of the Fucking World, but
right. Did you watch that?
I did. I thought it was really good. I don't remember what she was in that.
Yeah, I remember.
There's
I
only
saw
2
that
seasons.
too. And I think she's a standout actress. I think that she should be in more things.
Yeah, I would definitely watch more from her, because in this movie too, she just had such a maturity, such a grace to her.
Yeah.
And she was the one I was like, if anyone survives, God, let it be her.
I feel like she brought like the seriousness to the movie, like, and actually like really put her all into the role. Where some of the people just like, I don't know, were just the singing.
I mean,
it was just like, I don't know what's singing.
I thought it was good. I would say, like, honestly, like the vampire, like that, what was he, Irish or whatever the fuck, like he was probably the weakest, because I don't know, like the main cast, like the all the good guys, quote unquote, who like end up trapped in the house, I thought they were all like really good.
Right.
You know who else was good? That, what's her name, Jamie Lawson, who played, I guess, Sammy's love interest, but she was not really love interest because I think she was married to someone else and she was just kind of having an affair with him.
Jamie Lawson. I don't know. I don't remember.
Jayme.
Right.
She was like in the house with them the whole time. She was like singing and dancing at some point.
Yeah.
I thought she was really good.
Right.
I guess the weak point was the vampire for me, whose name I forget. Please hold.
Jack O'Connell, I think his name is.
He like I don't know, like everyone else I was like so excited when they were on the screen, and then he was, I was like, okay, let's like I feel like that role should have been more interesting. I don't know.
Yeah, and I feel like in general with the storyline, other than Haley Steinfeld's character, I think that they did a pretty good job with like actually adding social commentary into it, but like deeper stuff that you kind of like really have to like know about or like think about, to like get.
Like what? For those
like
of
with
us
like
who...
the Irish, the whole Irish backstory and all of that. Really, I don't think they went like too much into it, but like I felt like it was enough there to like that he was like trying to, like add that, like Ryan Coogler. Wait, did Ryan Coogler write the entire movie?
Let's see. AI. Hey Google. Just kidding.
Gemini AI.
Who fucking wrote it?
I think he did, but I could be wrong.
Written by Ryan Coogler.
Yeah, I think he did a really good job like writing those elements into it. And what I like that he did was that he brought his like expertise in the production design. The thing, okay, here's the thing. Marvel movies look like absolute dog shit. Like, you couldn't pay me to fucking watch one of those things. We see Ashley's parents watch every single Marvel movie that's like ever put out, and we see how bad they look. But then he took like all of like the good things that you would actually do on a motherfucking movie set and then put it into this. And it was like, oh wow, like this is like actually good,
It did look awesome, and like especially like the final act when everything's happening. And by the way, like I like how we're speaking as if it's like politically subtle, when it's like the last scene, like spoilers for the last scene, is literally just Michael B. Jordan blowing up like a bunch of members of the KKK.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what is it trying to say? I'm like,
yeah, true. I like that. Like, I like that aspect of it. I don't know. I just was like not really like a fan of, I guess, all of the singing, but that's just my own personal gripe with it.
Literally, and this is like why we're such a good couple, is because I see you and I validate you. Right. But you're fucking wrong. No, I'm right. But you are. And the music was the best part.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. But that one scene, like in the middle, like that's like Oscar worthy, I think. Like
which one? There was a lot.
Like the singing and like the dancing, like in that whole like I don't know what you would even like call that, like a. Yeah, I don't even like the main like big.
Like the set piece.
They're going.
It was like a long continuous shot, I think, and like all the different cultures were coming in, all the different eras. Yeah, that's what I was saying was great, and I thought you were saying that was bad.
No, that's like that was like the one that I was like, that's the one that I really liked in it.
Yeah. if the movie had sucked before and after that, I feel like I would have had at least some level of satisfaction just from that one scene alone. It was just so good. And then I don't know, like parts of it, to be honest, did bore me when it kind of became obvious, like, oh, it's just this movie now, where it's like, okay, a bunch of people are in a house and they're just gonna die one by one, and like, you know, the owner of the general store, like the mom who owns the general store, like went crazy and like just didn't think rationally for like a single second and kind of caused all this. It's just like stuff that only happens in
like in
movies, like horror movies. It was very tropey. So like when it kind of became that structure, I was like, oh, this is where it went.
Yeah, and I get it. And I like that he kind of brought like I guess it's not like super new, but it's like definitely a more original take on the genre of vampires, I guess.
Yeah.
It's been so stale lately, in my opinion, just the whole vampire thing.
Like vampires as culture vultures, basically.
Yeah.
So.
And I liked that, like, as soon as the movie started, they introduced the two twins, and they have the whole scene of them literally passing a cigarette back and forth, and it's like, I felt like it was Ryan Coogler like flexing on us, like his filmmaking abilities, because immediately I was like, well, how there's like 10 different ways they could have like done this. Like I was just like thinking in my head, like how could they have pulled this off, you know?
Yeah,
to make it look so good.
It was good. Like the more I talk about it, the more I remember. I was like, yeah, that was really good. I don't know why. I just like wasn't like super excited about it. But every time I like think back on it, I'm like, yeah, that was really good. Like, yeah, that was really good.
Yeah, and I that's why I was like, I don't know, like a 3.5, and then I thinking about it more, I was like, okay, I kind of like I understand why everyone was loving this. And then I watched literally like that was the Warfare movie. I think it was like the next movie, like the next day that we watched, and I was just like, this is bad.
It's the first movie that got me to the movie theater since Nosferatu. That is like literally 5 months or like 4.5 months. So
yeah, we wanted to go see because we got like tickets to see The Monkey from like the production company, but we never ended up going. And then we finally had a gift card, and we were like, we might as well go fucking see Sinners and get like basically a free movie out of it.
Yeah, I walked into AMC and I did the Nicole Kidman like running my hand along like the red leather chairs, right. And I was like, God, I've missed you.
And then you were like, let me become a film critic again.
I know. And then I'm like, I'm a current critic now. Sorry, not a former.
I'll be honest with you. When Ashley and I first heard of Sinners, we were like, we both looked at each other and like rolled our eyes so far in the back of our heads.
Why?
Because we were like, we were like, I don't know. At least in my opinion, when I saw, we didn't even like watch like a full trailer. We just saw like some little clips, and we were just like, this just like looks like it's gonna be one of those movies that are not good, and it's just gonna be just it just didn't seem like something that Ashley and I would have like really liked, or you know what I mean. But then they and then we actually liked it. Like we went there and we were like, okay, like we understand, because everyone was like telling us like how like amazing it is and like how you had to go see it.
It really was the word of mouth for me too, because it was like for like people were talking about it like everywhere, you know. And like, what did the Minecraft movie come out before or after it? I think before.
Before, yeah.
And like everyone was like, chicken horse.
Yeah, don't even.
So with the chicken zombie. So I was like, and then I remember like my coworkers were like, all right, when are you gonna see Minecraft movie? And I was like, baby, I'm not in the demographic. Like, it's not for me. Like,
that seems like you would like that for some reason.
The like Minecraft movie.
Did you play Minecraft?
No.
I don't know. That seems like a game that you would literally love for some reason.
I've actually never played it, and to be honest, I don't know what it is. I could not describe to you what it is.
I mean, I agree. It just looks so bad, and the movie looks horrible. And we were like, every time we saw somebody like tell or heard anyone tell us to go watch that, we were just like, no, that is not happening. Okay, we're not even gonna watch that at home for free. Like, I'm not even stealing that.
You go on Letterboxd later. It's like 5. Like, I have a 5-star rating on it.
Because like everyone just like watched that for the meme, and then it's just like it's not even a funny meme. Like, you guys are just intellectually not at our level.
It's a very Gen Z meme because one of my friends has two like brothers who are like 10 years younger than us, or in like their early 20s, and they were like trying to articulate it. I guess the chicken zombie like isn't like a big thing in Minecraft itself. So like it being a meme, it is the joke, like, because it was such a non-issue thing to show up. So like there it's entrenched in like this level of irony that like no one would get excited for the chicken zombie.
Right.
And that's the joke. The chicken zombie is not the joke, it's the excitement around it. And that to me communicates like such a level of cultural awareness from like Gen Z and that generation that's like, it would just it kind of blows my mind, let alone your average boomer, that like it's you have to be in on the joke that like the entire generation it seems is in on. I don't know, like, has that happened before? Probably. It's just because we're so online, we speak in so much irony, you know, like I do, people younger than us do, and it's just like, whoa, like this is like mainstream irony. I mean, I guess Morbius, like, remember the whole conversation on Morbius?
When does it become unironic? When it's mainstream irony.
Oh my god, I just got chills when you said that.
Like,
you're doing such a good job right now. You're doing such a good job, by the way. Should we do our midway check-in? How am I doing?
You're doing pretty good.
Okay, emotionally, where are you
so
at?
much, like, I don't.
No, babe, no, we're past that. Emotionally, where are you at?
I literally went out while we were talking and bought a stress ball.
Yeah. Okay, should we do our breathing?
Right.
All right, I'm gonna pause the recording.
Breathing.
Right. We're back, guys. We just paused. We did our breathing. We did our meditating. We checked in with each other.
Well, I was gonna say, should we move on? But should we wrap up Sinners or what? What is like your overall thoughts?
Literally nothing else to say. I had a great movie going experience. I didn't love it as much as like it seemed that people did.
Right.
Like while watching, I was like, this is good. And then thinking back, I'm like, yeah, that was very, very good. 2 greats. You know,
right.
But for some reason, it just, I don't know. It didn't like it wasn't the 5-star experience that it was sold to me as, but it was a solid, I would say, 4 stars, which is great, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, because like Ashley was like crying like the entire movie, and then she left and she's like, that was 5 stars.
Oh, really?
And I was just like, I don't know, man. I don't know about that. I respectfully decline your opinion.
Wow. I mean, that's not a good partnership.
Right.
You guys should break
respecting each other.
You guys should break the fuck up right now.
I was like, sorry, but Haley Steinfeld was misused in this. And I also hated all of the singing.
Well, fucking damn. Holy shit. All right.
But yeah. And by the way, just to wrap this up, the moral of the story is don't watch Warfare or Minecraft.
Yeah, that is what I took away from this. I'm doing a good job of that so far. I haven't seen either. Okay. What did you think about Companion? Be honest.
Well, you just watched it, so you have to give me your opinion about it.
Okay. As was just foreshadowed very subtly, I just watched Companion. Mere moments, I would say, before we went live.
Right.
You did put a lot of pressure on me to watch this, I will say.
What do you mean a lot of pressure?
It's actually
the pressure is actually we have to watch Until Dawn when it comes out, so we can do an episode about it.
What if I was like, I've already seen 8 times and unlocked all the different endings that they had?
You probably have.
I did, however, I need to tell you this. I did.
You've watched it?
No. I played. Okay, so Until Dawn is part of a series. It's the first game in this franchise, I guess, called Dark Picture Anthology. It's actually weird. It's not in that anthology, but the anthology itself is like it's like games that are like about 50% of the length and content of Until Dawn. There's like 5 characters instead of 8. It's like 6 hours instead of 12 or whatever. And me and my friends this weekend, they came over Saturday night. Classic. We ordered pizza. We had beers and cider for me. Just me and the boys, like keeping our characters alive. It was so classic, and it was just such a good experience. And it was actually based on.
You didn't invite me to this fucking get together, even though I.
Well, need I remind you, we were broken up at the time.
I need to. You need to at least invite me so I could like decline the invite. You know.
You literally said, "Never speak to me again. I hope you rot in hell. You will never overcome your own flaws," and you blocked me.
I mean, yeah, that did happen actually.
So yeah, just kidding. And it's actually this game is called The Devil in Me, and it's actually about H.H. Holmes, and like it's like a play on like his murder house and stuff, which was in like Chicago or some like fuck ass location. And
I'll have to play that one.
Genuinely, you should play all of them. And I know you have a PlayStation. If you get PS Plus, there's like 4 of them on that catalog. That I know it costs like $120, but like me, I get my money's worth. And there's like 4 of them. There's like House of Ashes, The Devil in Me, Little Hope, The Man of Medan. I think all of them are on PS Plus. It's so worth the value.
Okay.
And yeah, we just had it was such a classic night. And guess what? We kept 3 out of 5 characters alive.
That's crazy. So you have to keep characters alive like Until Dawn.
It's the same. It's the same gameplay, same exact thing, just different storyline, different characters.
Okay.
And a little shorter.
We'll have to check that one out.
Free plug. It's Supermassive Games, I think. Anyway, they should send us merch for spreading this to two viewers.
You know. Well,
all that is to say,
what did you think of Companion?
So, Companion to me, I was like, thank you for giving me the microphone. I loved the beginning. I was like, this is so exciting. And by the end, it did peter out for me a bit because I think it got a little too. It was a little too much. I'll get into specifics in a bit. I will say HBO Max, which the service, thank you HBO Max, shout out to you, and you should send us merch for providing us with this free screener on your streaming service that we pay for.
It's not HBO Max anymore.
Okay, let's
how do you feel about that?
Should we delete the episode? should we start over?
No, I'm just kidding.
What if I was like, okay, you can finish, and I just left? No. The fucking synopsis, by the way, spoiled like the first major twist of the movie.
Right, which is the
spoilers. Robots? The girl's a robot.
Yeah. Okay. The thing is like when we went into that, I also was like, I wish that like that wasn't spoiled, but like Ashley said that wasn't technically a spoiler.
No, it was a spoiler. It was a spoiler, babe. I was pissed off about it because I don't think I saw. I definitely saw the trailer.
Right.
And I did not understand that she was a robot. I was like, what's going on? And then like I had gotten this far to today without knowing what the twist was. I'll go to HBO Max, and then I read the little. It's like when fucking what's her face discovers she's an AI robot. I'm like, okay, cool.
It's because I think like the actual people who made it don't like they spoiled that like on a bunch of like podcasts and said like it wasn't supposed to be a spoil like that. They claim that wasn't spoiling it or something. I don't know.
So I know that Zach Kreger produced this, famously director of Barbarian, which famously was a movie that you should have known nothing about when going in.
Right.
There were specific reviews, and I'm pretty sure like someone like I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure like one of the ads was like watch this without knowing anything. So it's a little hypocritical of them to say that. And then
speaking of, by the way, on a side tangent, Zach Kreger has a new movie coming out called Weapons.
I can't wait. It looks really good.
Have not watched any trailers at all. I know absolutely nothing other than Ashley like kind of trying to explain one of the teasers to me, and I just like kind of I'm trying to like in one year out the other year. I'm not watching anything because that's what I do with Barbarian.
You don't even know the basic premise, which, by the way, the basic premise is awesome.
Yeah, I'm trying to go in as super blind as I possibly can.
Okay, I will not even say that. I'll say I did watch the trailer. It said what the premise was. I didn't pick up on any other spoilers beyond that. It's gonna be a banger. I'm so excited for it.
Yeah, it looks like it's gonna be good. I mean, I'm just excited because he did Barbarian and The Whitest Kids You Know, and we love him from that.
I haven't seen that one.
The show.
Never heard of it.
Okay.
Are we breaking up again? Are we breaking up again after this? You pull out a gun.
It's a funny show. I mean, there's like a bunch of stuff that like they probably couldn't joke about today, but it's like it's on Tubi for free. It's funny. It's a good sketch.
Fucking Tubi!
Show.
Shout out to Tubi. Thank you.
Yeah.
That was it. Thank you. I think I watched Hundreds of Beavers on that.
Right.
I
just let that hang there.
You're not gonna ask me what that is or what
I've heard of that show or that movie.
It is it's a really good comedy movie. It's very original. It's filmed as if it's an old, like, I don't fucking know, film, like 1940s, 1950s, like, piece of media, but then it's like slapstick.
Right.
Comedy. You don't give a shit. You don't give a shit. You don't give a shit. I'll just shut up. I'll just shut up.
It's on Tubi for free. Okay. I did see it on there.
Companion. Can we focus, please?
Yeah.
For once.
Have to get back onto
it. Companion is great. I just wish, like, first of all, okay. To be fair, you do find out she's a robot within the first 25 minutes.
Right.
I paused my screening to check the time. It was like the 25-minute mark exactly.
And then you gasped, and then you were like, "Why did they say this?"
So it wasn't like they held on to it for like the second half, Like I did feel like it was going to be, but there's little cute hints that I would have loved to pick up on myself. Like he calls her Beep Boop as like a pet name.
Yes.
She makes him like thank his car for driving them or something. His robot AI car.
Right.
He says, "What's the weather?" and she lists it exactly like she's Alexa, and then they laugh it off like it's a joke, but obviously it's not.
Yeah, I literally thought I agree. Like that's what I thought. Like I was like, they're in the movie. They were like giving us like all these hints. So like if it's not a spoiler, then what's the point of doing all of that? Then
Yeah, it was like really good for. I just would have loved to experience the full thing without that. However, that being said, it was still really good. I do like how it was structured. I like that it got to the action immediately instead of waiting for her to like kill and go crazy. Like that's kind of, instead that's kind of the inciting incident. That is like I was like, okay, another movie where the fucking robot is AI and then starts thinking for itself, then kills. Megan already did it. Megan did it already. M3gan, remember her?
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
And that's like the 18 billionth movie to do that.
M3gan, yeah.
Yeah. Don't make fun of me. We talked about this. I'm just kidding. Sorry.
They made fun of that in the show Chucky, and like with like Child's Play, Chucky the horror show. They made fun of Megan in that, and then he called her M3gan. He was like, "This is for you, M3gan."
Oh, that's funny that they made fun of it.
That was a joke in there.
Nice. Well, I came up with it originally. So,
and also, that movie fucking sucks, and I'm not watching number 2. I'm putting it out there.
It was fine. It was fine. The character is fun. It was just a very like kind of like okay movie.
I mean, sure, whatever.
I like the sound of the second one. Like this, if they were just gonna do the same thing again, I wouldn't have been interested. But like they escalated it the perfect amount. Whereas it seems like she's like in the military now or like some crazy shit. Where I'm like much more open to it.
The thing is, okay, to tie this back into Companion, I went into Megan thinking that was gonna be a stupid like popcorn movie, but it was just boring the whole time, and it wasn't popcorny for me. Whereas Companion, I thought was that.
Companion is a great popcorn movie.
Yeah. And I actually enjoyed it. Like I thought like I actually went into Companion when I knew the spoiler. I was like, this is gonna be another one of those movies, like a boring AI robot nonsense that we've already heard. And no, I thought it was actually pretty fun, and I like Sophie Thatcher.
What else has she been in?
Yellow Jackets. Get with the program. You watched at least like an episode of that.
I watched a whole fucking season, and I wish I
watched
had.
a whole season. Yeah, I know you hated it, but
wait, who did she play? Be honest. Who did she play? Be honest.
I forget the name. I forget the name of the. We just finished.
Was she one of the younger ones or one of the older ones? Oh, she's the young blonde. I hated her character, Abby.
Is that her name in it? Yeah.
Is that her name?
Oh, and but by the way, she's been in other stuff. She was just in Heretic.
Nat. She was such a boring character. I don't know. Yellow Jackets is so bad, and I'm so glad. By the way, I have not watched season 2 or 3. I am on the subreddit for Yellow Jackets, and I'm so because I'm not even hate watching it. I'm hate observing it. People hate this show. The subreddit hates this show.
Right.
And I feel so validated, and I got there first.
But
I was there at season 1.
Okay, but let's be real. Everyone on Reddit hates everything, and they go to those subreddits to actually
literally false.
hate
It's just wrong. It's just wrong.
I mean, sure, whatever. That's why there's like a whole like literal group of people trying to like take Reddit down for literally being like only harassment on every single subreddit, because that's like all
you can go on like 90% of 95 99 I would say percent of subreddits that are just not hate.
I also hate everyone on there, and I've actually like picked fights with every single person I've ever come in contact with on that platform.
And then aren't you awesome?
And then they go and they click on my profile and they see the only other stuff besides hate that I've spread on there is like literally like my music, you know? It's like, here's my music, and then also here's me literally bullying all of you for everything
How
that
the
you say.
fuck is that going for you?
Great stuff. I'm trying to get banned, you know?
You probably will. I believe that you will. No, I think that Yellow Jackets has always sucked, and people have caught up to it.
Actually, speaking about that, I do like see like why some people wouldn't like it, and I feel like it honestly has to do with like a lot of like the narrative problems. They just tried to like do this like cliffhanger narrative nonsense that they just keep like leaving on, like, you know what I mean? I feel like they just like never get to like any storyline. They never really like finish the storyline out.
When I finished season 1 and like not a single fucking thing had happened, and we didn't make any progress on literally any of the mysteries that they had teased, I was like, oh, it's this kind of show, and I dipped.
Yeah, and I mean, at least like with this newer season, you're like kind of following it follows like them grown up more than doing the flashback stuff.
Well, the grown up part was the worst. The grown up part was terrible.
It was like trying to wrap up some storylines, I guess. It wrapped up a couple of them, but not really enough, I guess. I get where people are coming from with their dislike.
The grown up half was like mind numbingly boring to me.
Ashley is gonna be like screaming about this because it's like her favorite show.
I hated like the main girl grown up, who is played by what's her face with the like the cute voice, but she's like venomous.
Melanie Linsky.
Thank you.
No. Or is it Christina Ricci? Maybe.
No, it's Melanie Linsky.
Okay.
She had the worst plot line. She had like that romance that was like I was like, I cannot believe how uninterested I am in this. Like that like she's cheating, and then like she kills him, and then I remember like like no one gave a fuck. Like everyone showed up at the bill, and they were like, okay, and then like she just got away with it. Like they buried the body or something, and no one gaffed. Do you know IDGAF? IDGAF?
No.
No, I say IDGAF all the time. IDGAF is like an abbreviation for I don't give a fuck.
Right. Okay,
Like everyone shut up and they're
that
like
is
they
Reddit
like
speak in real life right
shut
now.
the fuck
and
up,
that's
by the way.
crazy, bro.
It's actually literally, by the way, not. Just so you know.
Okay, wait.
It's-
You're on Reddit. You're on subreddits, but you're not. And you're in like you're even saying their terminology, but you're not in love with the Minecraft movie. That makes no sense.
You're tearing this relationship apart right now, by the way. That was maybe the darkest thing you've ever said to me. IDGAF is not Reddit terminology. It is just simply like on social media, any platform. Get with it,
Yeah.
first of all, idiot,
Right.
loser.
I know.
Second
I'm
of
just
all, what is
bullying
Reddit? No, and I took the bait. Whew, okay, this is why we're gonna work out in the long run.
you.
Because anyway, okay, so back to Companion.
Wait, have you seen The Heretic yet?
No, actually.
Oh.
That was crazy. It's crazy that I haven't seen it.
Yeah, I think that you would actually like that. You probably would like Sophie Thatcher in that if you hated her in Yellow Jackets.
I liked Sophie Thatcher here, so I'm now willing to give her another chance. I didn't know her from Yellow Jackets because nothing about her performance ever inspired me to Google who she is once.
Right. Okay. All right. Your opinion is valid. You are doing so good.
Thank you. Oh my god, how good am I doing? Say it. Say it out loud. Say it. Say it. Say it. Say it. Say it. Say it. Say it.
This is the best you've ever done.
God, yeah, really? Woo! No, just kidding. Okay. Oh, you know, sorry. You know who else was in Companion? Lucas Cage, or is it Cage or Gage? Be honest. Is it Cage or Gage?
I think it's Gage with a G.
Don't fucking gaslight me.
I'm pretty sure it's Gage with a G.
Okay, yeah, you're right. Okay, you weren't gaslighting me.
And
I
Harvey
apologize.
Guillen is in it.
I don't like him.
Okay, like I don't understand what you're like what because I remember saying you should watch What We Do in the Shadows, which he's in, and you were like, no.
Well, first of
Not
all,
gonna watch that.
I obviously hate Taika Waititi.
Yeah, that's why you didn't want to watch it. And then I said Matt Berry is in it, and you said, "Who the
He's
fuck is
funny.
that?"
No, Matt Berry's a bald guy, right? The British guy. What?
no.
Oh my god. No, that's Matt Lucas. And Matt Berry is gonna go that guy who I've never heard of before. Okay.
yes, and Harvey Guillen is also in it, and he's also funny in that. But
I don't doubt it. I mean, obviously, like the character in this movie is despicable. So, like, I hated the character.
Right.
Actually, is he even? I mean, he's pretty despicable. Yeah, he is. But they did try to like give him some redemption with him actually being in love with his Lucas Gage robot, which was hilarious.
We didn't think at first that Lucas Gage was a robot. That was a twist.
Oh, I clocked that the first minute, but I would not have if HBO didn't spoil it for me. So thanks, HBO Max.
Right.
Well, what was I saying? Oh, I liked Lucas Gage in it, but so here was my takeaway is like the first, I would say maybe even 2/3, maybe even longer, were so like tightly scripted and so purposeful, and every scene moved the story forward.
Right.
And then like there's at some point where like, so what's his face? Jack Quaid, right? Is that his name? The guy from The Boys?
Yeah.
Dennis Quaid's something.
Yeah.
Kin. He is literally supposed to be. I just like accidentally made a clip. Did you see that?
Right.
I like rolled the stress ball across the keyboard and made a clip. I saw your face. He's supposed to be like just this everyday guy, and like he has this whole monologue at the end. He's like, obviously he does like the full "I'm a nice guy" thing, which is like, come on, like we get it, nice guys suck, we get it, we get it. So, but he has this full monologue where it's like the world isn't built for me, and like I've put myself at all I have is like a 1-bedroom apartment and a robot girlfriend, which by the way, same on both accounts.
Right.
But he's so not an average everyday guy, and like maybe that's the point, but like for me, it's so much more rooted in like purposeful, and like the message just makes so much more sense of this movie if he is just an everyday guy who's just trying to get like a little ahead. But he is like an absolute psychopath who is responsible for the deaths of like, I believe it's like 7 humans and 2 robots at the end, or attempted death of a robot who then came back by the end.
Spoiler.
And he just like doesn't really care, and he just like keeps going, and he's like such like a cartoonish comical villain. And it's just like they took the trope to like such an unbelievable extreme that it did lose me a bit, and I was like it gaff, because he's obviously gonna die, and it was very predictable it was ridiculous and predictable at the end.
Yeah. Yeah, I do agree with that. And like I didn't think like Companion was like a perfect movie, but I let that slide because it was so just like you kind of like go into it thinking it's just going to be like a not perfect movie, because you're like already like, oh, this is another robot movie since they're spoiling the robot part. But yeah, I don't know. I thought it was entertaining. It worked, and I did like Sophie Thatcher in it. And I liked like the whole beginning part. Like I thought that was fun with like the little fight and the blood.
I'm sounding like overly negative, but like that's my own, I guess, my only critique, because like the first hour and some change is like so good. Like it's really good. Like just how they escalated it with the Russian guy like on the lake being creepy, and then like it cuts to her walking into the house completely covered in blood. I was like, oh my god, that was so out of nowhere.
Right. Okay. So we pretty much agreed on that movie.
I think so.
Yeah.
But also, like, I don't trust. Like, are you gaslighting me? Is that really what you think?
No, that is what I think, and I actually I'm glad that you also agree with me about the spoiler bit, because I also went into it knowing that. Because I think it was like on like a podcast or something that Ashley and I listened to, and they kept saying that it wasn't a spoiler, and I was like, no, I'm pretty sure. Once we were watching, I was like, I think that's a spoiler. I'm pretty sure they spoiled that.
It definitely impacted my viewing experience, and I think that's a spoiler.
And I'm glad that that's why I'm actually fully staying away from Weapons and any of the promotion as much as I can. I don't want
that's fair.
them to accidentally spoil it.
The premise is so good. I can't wait for Weapons. We're gonna have to do an episode on Weapons.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, Companion's good. I mean, like, if you fucking watch this video for some reason and you haven't seen Companion, like, screw you. We ruined it for you. Like, well, we ruined it for them. So it's they've already lost.
Sinners as well.
And we ruined everything.
Basically, if you're coming to this podcast, you should expect spoilers at every turn.
Yeah, idiot.
But actually, I wanted to end our little episode with asking you.
Are you breaking up with me?
Yeah.
Are you breaking up with me?
Why did you hang out with other people? No, I'm just joking. Why? No, I was gonna ask, what are like some of the movies that you're excited for this year, for the rest of the year?
That is a really hard question, because I'll be honest with you, I am aware of Weapons.
Okay. And that's it.
I'm aware that Fantastic Four is coming out, but I don't know if I'm going to see it.
That's insane. But okay.
Hold on, let me think. Oh, Mission Impossible.
You're going to watch that? No, that's not. You're not watching Mission Impossible, are you?
Pause the recording.
You're watching Mission Impossible.
Well, first of all, I've seen the last like 5 in a row in theaters.
That's insane.
And they're great movie-going experiences. And sorry that you hate fun.
Anyway,
you're gonna watch the series with like the best stunts and set pieces like in modern Hollywood. Yeah, I am. Yeah, I am.
Right.
I am.
Anyways, did you watch Thunderbolts?
No.
Are you gonna watch that?
I would. I'm not opposed to going, but I'm also like not gonna put a second into planning to go.
You're like, I'm
If-
not going
if-
to tell you because you're going to be so mad that I'm
No, if like, well, yes, but also if someone says, "Do you want to go?" I'd be like, "Yeah, let's go." But I'm not like, I don't know. I just don't need to go see it.
Did you know that that's called the New Avengers now?
Yeah, and it's so weird because who are any of those characters? I know we have Winter Soldier. He's been around for fucking like 2 decades now, so cool. He's
Right.
back. But and then I do like Florence Pugh.
Right.
By the way, did you ever see this moment in time, or what was she in with Andrew Garfield?
Oh, We Live in Time.
You're gonna hate me for this. I thought that was a great movie. I loved it.
No, I'm not going to hate you. I actually, well, I asked Ashley if she wanted to watch that, and she said she doesn't want to watch it yet because she has to mentally prepare herself for it.
Girl, you're right. You really do. It has, however, been like almost a year. I will say that. But no,
Yeah.
it was actually like when it started out, I was like, this is like so cheesy and corny, and it's like goofy, and I didn't really like it in the beginning, to be honest. But like it keeps going, and like it just keeps escalating, getting better. By the end, I was like, like it was really good.
Did you cry?
I think I did. Are you mad at me?
A little bit, yeah. No, I'm just joking.
You hate when I express emotion.
I think Ashley's gonna say the same thing. She always like asks. She's always like crying at movies, and then she's like, "Do you like not feel emotions?" Because I'm just like watching it like this, like you know.
I think that Ashley will like it. I think that you might not, and that's really risky to me. Because
Well,
I can't stand to disagree with you on it.
I do like Florence Pugh, so I'm willing to check it out.
Yeah, and obviously Andrew Garfield, Doug, goes without saying.
No, just kidding. I'm just joking. But there is other movies coming out, by the way. This year.
Okay.
Jordan Peele. Well, I don't know if I think he's just producing it. Actually, he might be directing. I don't know. There's a movie coming out called Him. It's like a football horror movie.
It gaff.
You don't like Jordan Peele? How do you feel about Jordan Peele?
I really liked Get Out. I thought Us was good while watching, but then was extremely stupid to think back on. Nope. Thumbs up.
That's great. That's an insane.
Nope
That's
gets a
insane.
yep from me.
I'm not sure if he's even directing that. I think he might just be producing.
Yeah,
His
so
name's
that
all
means
over it, though.
means fucking nothing to me. If he's producing, who cares?
Yay.
You're like, all right, moving along.
Yeah. Oh, wait, there was another movie that we were excited about that's supposed to be good. I'll have to get back to you on that when I figure it out.
All right, so that's what you brought to the table. Now let's
Yeah.
go to AI. 2025 movies.
Yeah, there's a movie. Oh, there's a movie called Together that's coming out, but I don't know if you would watch that. It's like a
Oh
horror
wait,
movie.
yes, you're so right. I really want to see that with Tim Robinson.
No, not that one.
And
Not
what?
that one.
No, that's
Not
called
that one.
Friendship. That's called Friendship.
Yeah,
I really want to see Friendship and Paul Rudd.
Yeah, I think Ashley wants to see that too, so we'll probably watch that. But that's not the movie I was talking about. It was a horror movie called Together with
Okay.
Dave Franco.
And it's body horror.
Yeah,
Oh, you know
you
what?
probably wouldn't want to watch that.
Fucking sue me. I'm gonna go see the new Jurassic Park, and you're just gonna have to live with that.
First of all, there's a new Jurassic Park. What
yeah,
the
idiot.
fuck?
And guess what? It stars Scarlett Johansson and that guy who was really hot and wicked.
Bowen Yang? I don't know. Who are you talking about?
Jonathan Bailey. Obviously.
Oh, that's crazy. I'll let that hang there
Okay,
for a
hold on, I'm
bit.
lagging. Hold on, I'm lagging. Wait, please Please just give me 1 second. I'm lagging. I opened Rolling Stone, their article of like top movies to look forward to in summer 2025, and like my entire computer started crashing. Are we in 2025, by the way? I thought we were in like 2026 for like a full like 2 weeks.
I mean, we like barely are in 2025.
Doesn't
Until
2025 seem so old? Like, I'm like nostalgic for 2025. It's like that was
Right.
so long.
We're
Like
in March.
it's like 2026.
I wish it was.
I
there's
wish you knew
A
what
movie. Oh no, Grand Theft Auto 6.
coming out next year.
Yeah, 2026.
They delayed it. Oops. I am gonna play it. I am. Are you mad? I'm gonna play it. By the way,
No.
your little PS4 will not be able to play it.
Yeah, we need to get a PS5. We're already thinking about it. It's on the list.
I told you to get a
We're not.
PS5.
And also, like, fuck anyone that plays things on PC. Because, like, fuck you. Because everyone's, like, complaining that the Grand Theft Auto 6 is not going to be for PC. Because, like, PCs, like, can't handle it. Literally, fuck you, because PCs can't handle any games. You're living in an archaic time where you need to spend, like, $20,000 to play a game on your computer. Just play it on fucking PS5.
Okay,
The console
I'm not
that it's
sure how right
meant
you are.
to play. I'm so right. You're literally gonna have to spend so much money to play that game if you want it on the PC.
Yeah, you're probably right.
PCs can barely handle Until Dawn anymore. Like, you literally need to build a whole rig like yourself and spend so much money.
Yeah, no, okay. I'm gonna adopt that worldview because I have a PlayStation and don't have a PC. So that.
Yeah, I just
I'm right, you're wrong.
well, I've been trying to play. I mean, obviously, I had issues with my laptop, even just recording our pod. But I mean, like, I've been trying to like upgrade certain things and like play games and that I should be able to play, and it's just like, it's like, oh, you need all this extra stuff, and you have to build this computer pretty much.
I really am where I'm like I don't know how that works.
Right.
I don't know what I need. I don't know what I don't know. So I'm glad to just spend like $500 like every 4 years on a new thing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get the new Switch. Are you gonna get the new Switch, the Nintendo Switch 2?
No.
I did not pre-order it. I did have the opportunity to pre-order it when it went live. I had it in my cart. All I had to do was hit submit, and I
you
chose
never
to walk away. And then Landslide by Fleetwood Mac started playing.
Right.
I was like, I am gonna be responsible. I just don't need this right now. It's fucking 2026. The economy obviously sucks, so I'm gonna save my money.
Yeah.
and
Well,
wait.
that's okay. Hey, I mean, if you want, you just get a PS5 Pro or whatever, the upgraded version of the PS5.
That's even more useless. That is like I will never buy that because that's, by the way, like $700 or something, and it's like it's inconceivable the difference between PS5 and Pro. It's like I'm like, huh? I'm like, why would I buy that?
Right.
Why? For what? For what? For what? For who?
Well, shall we wrap this up before we nerd out on video games again?
Yeah, I think we have a lot to talk about. Given your little performance in this episode, I'm mad at you now.
Right.
we could make it a single episode without our healthy relationship lasting.
You're crazy.
Just kidding. I thought you did really good. I thought you actually were amazing.
You changed my life. You changed my opinions. In this
I don't think I've ever once changed your opinion on any movie we've discussed.
I mean, honestly. No, I'm just kidding.
You definitely made me like some movies more, I think. I forget.
Right. I made you like
All right.
Larry Fezzik, and you're gonna have to go watch his movies.
I would.
Get to it.
Should we have a Larry Fezzik episode?
Yes. And
Would that make you
love
happy?
that.
Would that keep us together?
Can we actually get him on the call? That's the question.
Probably not, but we can try. I mean, that could be like your little side project, you know? Like, I'll leave that up to you.
Well, Ashley is FaceTiming me, so I have to pick this
Go.
up.
Go be with her.
Shall we end this?
Yeah. Bye.
But I'm gonna
Bye,
keep it open so
everyone.
it processes.
Bye-bye.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.